World dominance doesn't come cheap, and Blackwood's presence in China is ultimately designed to lower costs, while generating an endless stream of arms. Our goal is to strike at the supply of weapons and electronics flowing out of the region by smashing Blackwood's export hub.
Satellite recon shows a heavy Blackwood presence in the area. Your mission is to eliminate as many hostile forces as possible. Checkpoint. Restoration and revival complete.
It's up to them to bring me back. I died for him, so. I don't understand why you can only revive one person per minute. That is just the stupidest fucking shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, right there. To let you revive only one person per fucking minute. Like it's gonna be timed out where only one person goes down every 60 seconds. There can't be two people go down at once. You can't do anything for him unless you save him yourself, you fucking moron. Do you not know how to do it? He don't know how to do it. You're too late. You stood there over top of him and watched him die. Yeah, now you know how to do it, don't you? You should be testing that button over and over and over again so you know exactly which one it is. So in the future, when somebody goes down in front of you, you're ready. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to press the button and it's going to work, because you hear me screaming, give me my goddamn other gun, give me my goddamn defibrillator, give me my goddamn health pack, because I'll be banging on the button, banging on, and maybe that's what he was doing. He could have been standing over there hitting the fucking button over and over and over and over and over again, screaming, why won't it work? Why won't it bring it up? And then that guy dies, and then his defibrillator comes up, because it's done that same exact shit to me. That's why I said I sometimes think that these motherfuckers are on the other end, watching our games and fucking with us while we're playing them. And don't tell me they can't, because I've seen developers, there's developer YouTube channels out there where they do exactly just that in DayZ, in just a bunch of different open world games. I can't think of the names of them right now. I don't know what's fucking wrong with me. But I've seen where developers go in to hunt down cheaters. They see that there's a bunch of cheaters in their game, and they log in and they go in. I guess they're not bringing me back ever.
Ammo, health, and armor restored. Teammates revived.
I can't move. Why do I play this game? Why do I even turn it on? When I know it's just gonna piss me off. Why get up every day and go do something? Well, it's like a job, isn't it? But I'm not getting paid for this or nothing. I'm not getting, well, I am getting experience. I'm gonna say I'm not getting any useful experience or nothing, but I am. That's not true. It does give me real good experience on shooter games and how to move a controller properly. To always be aiming. Yep.
Be back in 20 seconds. Move up, soldiers. We're moving you to the next location. Stand by for a sit rep.
Yeah, buddy Bob up and down now. Tell me how great I am. Blah, blah, blah. So what?
Back to the evac zone, now!
It still doesn't help me fucking not be mad at playing this cheating ass piece of shit, glitchy, fucked up game. And I can't stop playing it every fucking day. I play this stupid ass game and I fucking hate it. And I don't know what's wrong with me. But I love it too at the same time. It is one of my most favorite games. It is a super fun shooter game to do. It really is. I mean, I know just about where everybody's at too now. Because I played it so many fucking times. I know where the bad guys are gonna be. Just down here's a helicopter. I know what we're doing next. Get out of the fucking way. I know where we're at. I know what's happening. Get out of the fucking way. We need to go get a rocket. It's shit and jump. See, that's a test right there. When you see me run over there, right before I get to the edge of it, I should jump up in the air and then come down. And 90% of the time, she doesn't do it. And I don't do it on, like, the last step. I do it 2 or 3 steps before I get to the edge. And I don't hit the button one time. I hit it 3 or 4 fucking times. And it never accepts the command, not once. Out of 3 to 4 clicks of jump, 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 she won't do it. She just keeps running straight forward like nothing's happening. That's what I'm saying. How can it be that precise every fucking time? The same exact shit. Unless it's made to do that. On purpose. It's not a glitch. It's not an accident. There's nothing fucking up. They programmed it to do this shit to you when you're playing. They don't think anybody else in the world should have fun, I guess. Or something. Or they're logging on and they're watching and they're fucking with us and they're laughing and they think it's so funny because they're evil, cruel motherfuckers like that. They think other people's suffering is an enjoyable, funny experience to watch happen. And there's a lot of people in the world that are like that. There really is a lot of people in the world that like to watch others suffer for entertainment. Now, I'm not talking about watching horror movies. There's nothing like that. That's fantasy. That's completely different. I'm talking about real people watching other real people suffer and get hurt or have their lives destroyed, whether it's their fault or no fault of their own or no fault of anybody's. It doesn't matter what it is. They just enjoy watching other people suffer. They think it's funny. They think it's fun. I hope they know when they come back, they're not coming back as Americans. They might not even come back as people. They'll probably come back as fucking cockroaches and shit. They'll come back and wake up as a motherfucking cockroach inside a fucking Johnson & Johnson experimental lab where they're testing new kinds of raid that they're developing. And they'll die from that and then come back again as another roach and die again and just keep suffering and suffering while the other roaches and ants and birds flying around are laughing at them. Or maybe they'll come back as a shrimp, you know, crawl around on the bottom of the ocean eating shit all day long to survive. Something like that. Me? I'm coming back as a fucking God King. Yeah, I'm an asshole when it comes to games and shit, but I'm very kind to everybody that I run into in life. Because I know everybody isn't always themselves every minute of every day. Shit just goes crazy all the time, never ending. And I understand that. It's happening to me all the time. And I'm watching it happen to everybody else in the world too, all the time. Ukrainians aren't having no fucking picnic right now. Russians on the front line and North Koreans on the front line ain't in no picnic right now. They know they're gonna fucking die. They know they've been sentenced to death, and they didn't do nothing wrong to anybody. They just ran into the wrong guy at the wrong moment. He grabbed him, kidnapped him, shipped him off here, and next thing you know, they're in a fucking uniform with a gun in their hand, no ammunition, and being told, run that way, or we're gonna shoot you in the back of the fucking head. And that's it. They know that their life just ended today, and they didn't do nothing to nobody at all. We probably don't come back at all. I know there's no heaven or hell, but, you know, there's no devil. We are the devil. The only devil I've ever seen is inside of people. The evil that people do. I've never seen no spiritual force go up and do anything to anyone. Even in the fucking Exorcist, okay? It's a little girl screaming and cussing at people and trying to kick their ass. She's not going out and hunting down woman after woman after woman, locking them in their fucking basement, torturing them, raping them, and murdering them to death over the next 2 months to go do it again and again and again and again 1,000 times over. No, those are serial killers in America and other countries all over the fucking world doing that. We are the devil. But we could be the God of kindness too. It's just a choice that you make in life. You have to decide if you're going to learn new things and always keep trying to learn new things, always. Because you want to take all that information with you if there is an afterlife. So you're not stupid when you come back again. Or maybe this is planet 1.
Self-sufficiency.
This is the first test. And the next planet, we're going to be some other creature living in a different society that's upgraded a little bit more. But only the people that are able to handle this world are going to that world. The people that can't handle this world have to keep coming back over and over and over again until they start acting like a fucking human being towards each other. Then they can move on to the nicer world next. We don't know what the fuck is out there after we die.
The area's crawling with Blackwood forces.
We know we have some kind of energy force inside of us. We don't know what controls it, where it's from, or how it's there. We don't know why we're so special from every other fucking creature on the earth. Okay, we could talk about how smart a dog is, and when did the last time you seen a dog build a skyscraper? When was the last time you seen any fucking other animal build a fucking airplane? Okay, so there's something very weird about us. Even monkeys, you know, just because they look and act like us and have hands on their feet and hands on their hands that look like our hands. And they show emotions, love and shit, like dogs and cats and other animals do. We think they're so smart because they're emotional, okay? Because they can figure out some basic puzzles of how to get in and out of something because they're desperate to leave or get into something. We think they're geniuses because of that. I ain't never seen none of them build any cities. I ain't seen any of them advance their lives. I ain't never seen them build traps to make it easier to hunt their prey and shit. They don't do nothing to make their lives easier. They just run around naked and do the best they can until they die. That's it. We're the only ones that do the advanced things that we do. We're the only ones that transfer our communication from generation to generation. All of it. Not just the basic shit of how to stay alive. Information on engineering and everything else. They continue the advancement of our species. What do? They just fuck. Yeah, you thought you was gonna die, didn't you? You thought I left you, didn't you? Ha ha ha! It ain't like that when I'm in the room, bitch. If I can help you, I will help you. Unless you fuck me over repeatedly, then maybe not. Give me my motherfucking piece of shit! I won't have to revive them now. That's why it's good to give them their help.
Make it.
It delays you having to revive them. It gives you some extra time, just in case something goes wrong. Let's see who's the smart one. Who's the smart one? Who knows how to give ammo? Who's the smart one? Nobody. I'm playing with children. All children. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
I need some ammo. I need some ammo. I'm running on empty over here. Need a clip. I'm out. Need a clip. Weapons dry.
It's me, stupid!
I need a clip.
Right here, me! I'm the one screaming for ammo nonstop, not them motherfuckers!
Down. Push ahead.
See the red shit over my head that says I need fucking ammo? Never mind, the game gave it to me. I'm not gonna get mad. They're just kids.
Ammo, health, and
They
armor
look like grown-ups,
restored.
but they're not.
Teammates revived.
If they are grown up, they have severe mental retardation, and they can't help it that way either. That's not their fault. If you're born
Get to
mentally
the
retarded, that's
helicopter
not
for
your fault.
extraction.
It's just life, you know. What the fuck? We won't switch the goddamn guns. Just fuck it. Just forget it. I give up. Let me on the fucking plane.
Gotta go, the clock is
Just-
ticking.
just let me
You did
out of
well,
here. I can't
soldiers.
take it
But
anymore.
we're not done yet. Stand by for new
It
orders.
won't switch between my shit. Just non-stop begging. Please give me my medical shit. Please give me my other gun. Please give me my pistol. 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 Thank you. Maybe we should just go back to cords being plugged into the fucking things. Except I don't have these problems in other games, not like this. It'll act stupid sometimes, but not non-stop. From the moment you start playing till the moment it ends. The added stress of the game attacking you. Who the fuck is shooting at us? I don't even remember a picture. I just realized we're doing this mission again. Same exact one we just did.
Checkpoint. Restoration and revival complete.
I heard you. That's why I like my headphones. I can hear exactly where they're at. I'm like, oh, he's right there. I'm back right. Right where I was just at. He's coming down them fucking
Only 20
stairs.
seconds left. Hurry up.
I don't know why people start quitting right here before they get to the part where it gives you credit and experience and money and all that. Why would you do that? It tells you at the beginning, quitters don't win. Don't quit until you're out, until now. Now you can quit if you want to. But not until right now. You don't get credit till now. This is the one I need to do right here. What time is it? It's 2:30. I need some more weed. Gotta get any melee kills. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dum, 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 dum. Boom, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum. I love music. If I was going to be only left with one piece of entertainment, it would be music. It wouldn't be video games. It wouldn't be movies. It would be music. Because, well, first, you don't need your eyes for music at all, just your ears. And music can change your state of mind faster than anything else. Faster than video games, faster than movies, faster than anything. Music can change your whole state of mind, and if the right song comes on at the right moment, you can go from being depressed to being super happy, or the other way around. That just, depends on the song.
Blackwood plans to
What you
exploit
associate
oil
with the
security.
song. What you
They
associate the
intend
song
to
with.
stockpile energy reserves to destabilize the markets at their discretion. This means economic misery for millions, but will swell Blackwood's pockets.
I associate music
Their
with happy
plan
times
cannot
because
succeed. We
I've been to
must
so many
eliminate
parties
all
and
black
concerts
forces.
and clubs back when I was younger. They don't really have clubs anymore. That shit kind of died, I guess.
Secure the area and neutralize all Blackwood forces.
I'd like to go out and have fun and shit, at clubs and shit. I was never like into one night stands, so I didn't go there for like sex and shit. It was offered a lot, but that's not my thing. And, AIDS started going on when I was like a teenager. Then when I hit my early 20s, it was fucking full blown. People were dying everywhere, and it was just, scary to think about messing with somebody else. It didn't matter if he was straight or gay. They didn't care when it was just the gay people died, mostly. It was when some of the bisexual gay people, I guess, is, if you want to blame it that way, but nobody knows. If you want to blame it that way, it would be a bisexual guy who had sex with a female prostitute. Maybe while high or drunk at a party or whatever, and and she goes out and has sex with 30 Johns, and then they go home and give it to their wives, who is also cheating, who gives it to the guys they're cheating with, and then boom. And then once the heterosexual community began doubling, tripling, quadrupling the level of the gay community having AIDS, research started then, finally. And now they have drugs to make it fucking undetectable, non-transmittable, and every fucking thing else. But that shit would have never happened if heterosexuals hadn't got AIDS and showed the gay people, this is how you spread AIDS, motherfuckers. You guys are fucking amateurs. Ha ha ha. We'll spread this shit worldwide in a matter of months. You guys are taking years and years. You ain't killing off the world fast enough. Let us show you how to kill the whole fucking world off. We can do it. And once the heterosexuals took over and all the governments of the world realized, oh my God, we're all gonna die if we don't do something. Babies are being born with AIDS now. And they're not getting infected with it. They're just carriers. And everybody they come in contact with, you know, sexually, they're going to give AIDS to, and they will never die because they never actually get the disease. They just carry it and transmit it to other people. All the other people are dying, though, and transmitting it to other people. So yeah, there was no such thing in my days as a girl, ever. Never, ever would she fucking brag that she had over 100 bodies and fucked 100 men, 100 plus men. Back in my days, everybody would know that the 100 men that you fucked were the scummiest, nastiest pieces of shit on earth, because nobody in their right mind, with any sense or sensibility at all, would ever touch you. Not with AIDS going around the way it was, not with motherfuckers dying. You get AIDS, a few months later, you're fucking dead. It didn't fuck around. Some people lived years with it, but most people died within a year. It killed you faster than cancer, and it killed you horribly. Fucking skin ulcers and shit and everything else that it did to you, just a horrible way to die. Just a horrible way to die, okay? So yeah, back in my day, people, all the girls that are running around right now talking about they have 30, 60, 100, 200 bodies. It's fuck. When I hear somebody say, I just think you're the scummiest, nastiest motherfucker on earth, man. I still one hand. That's my body count. My number fits on one hand.
Well, soldiers, but we're not done yet.
I don't need to use my hands and my toes and other people's hands and toes and chalkboards and all. That's just sickening. If you that fucking desperate for love, you don't know what love is. Okay? If you're out fucking everybody like that, thinking that. And if it's just for pleasure, if that's your only way of pleasure, then wow. That's sad to be addicted like that to that. How do you do anything else in life? How do you think about anything else in life? How do you get anything done?
Get to the truck and push through the section.
Is that going to be your only accomplishment? That you laid down with thousands of people before you died, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar bragged about 10,000 girls. How sick and fucked up, man. That's just, my God. That desperate to connect with someone? That you rip off all your clothes and put your body parts inside their body parts because you're that desperate for companionship? I mean, it's something like that. Because it ain't the sex. Because there's lots and lots of ways to have pleasure and get all the dopamine and adrenaline flushing out your brain like crazy. Bungee jumping does it. Almost dying does it. Lots of different ways. Sex is fun. It feels great, sure, but it ain't. It's not that important.
Heavy gunner ahead. Take him out so we can advance.
And I ain't no fucking saint. I like to get high. I'd like to get high my whole life. And I've tried just about everything. I don't think there's anything I haven't tried. Except, like the bath salt shit, but those aren't real drugs. That's causing a chemical reaction in your body that can kill you. That's why you might as well be doing little
Restoration and
symbols
revival
of
complete.
fucking Drano and trying to get high that way. That's just fucking insanity. So, no, I don't poison myself, but all the other drugs that people use to get high on, I've tried them all. There is nothing I can think of that I haven't tried. Not a single fucking thing. I ain't never shot up heroin, but I've done heroin. I've snorted it.
We spotted heavy enemy resistance ahead.
I used to
Stay
love cocaine back in the 80s. I did that for a while. But that causes your heart to swell up, and if you do it for too many years, your heart gets too big in your chest and it kills you. I had a friend die that way. On his wedding night. On his honeymoon. His honeymoon killed him. So yeah, that's how important sex was to him. He died for it. He didn't die for it. He died because he did too much cocaine for too many years and wouldn't stop. Well, he did stop. And then got back on it again. Which, that's a whole nother story. My friends tried to blame me for his death, but fuck that shit. It ain't my fault. I did coke with him one time at an AC/DC concert. That's it. I didn't buy coke. I didn't sell him coke. I didn't give him coke. I just did some coke with him at AC/DC concert. That's all. We both had coke with us, so it's not like I brought it and said, hey, you want to do some coke, and pressured him into it. He had his own fucking coke. We both had an 8-ball of coke on us, which is 3.5 grams. That's a lot of cocaine. It was pure cocaine, too. We was getting it down in Florida. The shit was yellow. You had to put some mixed baby laxative in it yourself to turn it white and give it some fluff so you could snort it so it wouldn't just clog up in your nose
Spotted
and
heavy enemy resistance
burn the
ahead.
fucking inside
Stay
of your
alert.
nose out. We got pure fucking... So it turned into like 5, 6, 7 grams, actually. It was a lot. Enough to stay fucked up all weekend. 24/7. But you can't do that shit all the time. Some people do. I don't know how the fuck. Because I can't sleep or eat or function. I mean, I can function and shit. It just makes you feel like, I don't know, like you're fucking Superman with too much energy. Way too much energy.
As expected, the enemy still have substantial forces
But I've
in
always
this
been a
area.
real high energy
Stand
person
by for
anyway.
extraction.
Yeah, I've always been emotion. I've always been trying to learn as much as I can before I die. Oop. Just because I want to know everything about everything.
Evac is ready to go. You have only 20
I don't want to
seconds.
die with any unanswered questions. That's why I learn all the
This is it for
time.
today. Time for some
When I'm
R&R.
dying, I don't want to lay, if I die slowly, if I don't, I'll probably die screaming, but if I don't die screaming, if I die slowly in a bed or whatever, then I don't want to lay there wondering about, you know, I wish I would have learned this, because then I would know how to do that or whatever. I want to know all that shit, everything about everything that I can know. Not in great detail. Just the overall general knowledge, a general understanding of it. It makes me appealing at parties. 'Cause I'm one of the guys that knows everything about everything. I've had a lot of drunk people come and ask me questions about to test me, see how much I know about different stuff. And some people that generally didn't know stuff and was generally interested in gaining knowledge on things that I knew about. I've had a lot of experiences. Like I said, I've always been emotional. And I'm really starting to think about spending the last part of my life traveling. And seeing everything. Because I've learned a lot of stuff, but I haven't been everywhere that I'd like to go. That's a part that's missing. Is not just seeing pictures of things, but going to the place and being there to experience it. Not just the tourist attraction, but the people that live there, what the air smells like, what the dirt feels like, what that area of the world is like. To physically be there and experience it in person. I haven't done that in all the places that I want to. There's a bunch of places that I've scratched off my list that I used to think I'd like to see Moscow. No, not now. I'd never want to go to Russia. I hate that country. And China I have a big disdain for too. Iran, I never want to go there. North Korea, that's not even a thought. I would never, ever go there. Never. I don't think I'd go to see the South Korea either. I'm not too much on the Asian, I guess the Asian. They got pretty girls, but the jungles and the bugs and the extreme insane violence and just the amount of mistrust, they just have a bad rap. Like the shit just all over Vietnam, Philippines. They just all have bad raps for crime and murder and, you know, mistrust. And so, yeah, I'm not sure that I didn't want to go there to get chewed up by mosquitoes. You could do that in Hawaii or Florida. So, yeah, I don't. But Europe, I would like to go see Europe. I'd love to go to Ukraine after the war is over with and mingle with those people, because they seem to be a great people in that country. I'm not sure about their government, but because a lot of corruption and shit, a lot of problems and issues, which they're supposed to be correcting now because they're trying to get in NATO and everything, so they have to create agencies that didn't exist, agencies to investigate themselves and be honest about it and be willing to arrest and convict top politicians and shit that are taking bribes and stuff like that, because it's the only way that they'll be allowed to be in the European Union or in NATO or any of that. They have to have all the law and order in place and the investigatory abilities to always be under investigation and know that you're under investigation all the time and know that you're being watched all the time. That's why America is so great and powerful. We're all watching each other and spying on each other and not letting each other get away with nothing, or we used to be. Now, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I just, guy who can't run a business comes along and says he wants to be a dictator, has taken rights away already, says he's going to take more rights away, promised us we would never have to vote again after this election, And most of the people said that sounds like a good idea. So I don't know. How do you get to that state of mind where you've given up to the point where you'll let a dictator just take over? How do you get that broken inside that you just give up? Because that's what they've done, all the Republicans, all of them. Even Tucker Carlson, all of them. They've given up on truth. They've given up on any honesty, morals, anything. They think that money is the answer to all things. It's the only thing that matters. That's it, just money, nothing else. And what do you say about that? What, they're gonna get older and get wise? The motherfucker is 78 years old. There ain't no getting wise now. I mean, at what age? What, 5 minutes before he fucking dies? Or what are you talking about? That should have happened, but he's never had anything go wrong in his life. Everybody's always taken care of him.
Hold still. This is gonna work.
And he's found enough corrupt people to live in a world of corruption.
Checkpoint. Restoration and revival complete.
You know, but by the time that their administration is just over with, we might get kicked out of fucking NATO.
Let's go.
Because we're considered to be too corrupt to be involved. I mean, seriously, I'm not joking. Not that we get kicked out of NATO, you know, where the money and all that is for now. But 4 years from now, Europe could turn their back on us. So we may not be allowed to go over there anymore. They may not trust us. So, you know, I'm kind of worried about that a little bit. About how that might fuck my life all up. And I'm not doing nothing wrong to anybody. But because the way my country is viewed now, you know, like I see Asia as a crime-ridden, horrible place that you have to be very scared to go to. That's how the rest of the world will see all of us. Except not like that, just that they can't trust us at all. That we're like a bunch of fucking Nazis over here. Because that's what we're trying to make our country into, is a Nazi regime. White people only.
Fine. Hold still.
If you weren't born in America, you don't belong in America. That was said directly on their last big convention thing that they did in New York. Steve Miller, one of his guys, said that. And he can say, oh, I don't know what anybody's going to say, and I don't know any of them people. Well, you hang out with them all the time, you lying motherfucker. And you think they didn't fucking go through everybody's script before they put it into the teleprompter for them to read while they were standing up there on the fucking stage, and nobody, is that I'm like, is that a person or just a pole that looks like a person?
Checkpoint reached. All expendables restored.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the news or nothing for the next 4 years at all. Because I'm not going to listen. Because every night it's just going to be about him. And then whatever crazy shit he said, or whatever insane shit he's trying to do. And I don't want to hear it. I'll just find out whatever destruction he does while he's in there. And then, you know, whatever happens, happens. I ain't worried about it. Because I'm not voting again. I'm not participating in none of this shit anymore. Our democracy was given away Tuesday. And that's what the country wants. So, okay. I will abide. Our democracy is gone. I do not have the right to vote anymore. He promised I would never have to vote again. I won't. I will keep that fucking promise myself for him. I will never vote again. I don't give a fuck. I'm not listening to the lies and the bullshit. I'm not listening to none of it no more. I don't give a fuck. Care about me and my family, and that's it.
Get to the helicopter for extraction. Evac is ready to go. You have
Anybody
only
wants to
20
interfere,
seconds.
fuck with that. I am not afraid to die. I am willing to die any day. I am in very poor health, and I am in constant agonizing miserable pain. So, for me, suicide is always an option. You want to be my homicide before I commit
We're
suicide,
moving
though.
you to the next location. Stand by for a
Because you
sit
come
rep.
fucking around in my life, that's what's gonna happen. I'll say, oh, today's the day I'm gonna die. Okay, but let me protect my family first from you.
We've only got a narrow window to get out of here. All hope of a peaceful outcome for the region failed when Blackwood
And let me
decided
make
to
sure I
launch an
take
attack
care
on
of
the
that
peace summit.
none of your family comes
Your
to
mission
attack
is to escort
my
a
family
limo
afterwards.
containing
So
the
let me go
diplomatic
take care of your
negotiators
family
to
also
an area under
before I
Warface
take care of
command.
myself, and then I won't have any worries. So yeah, you want to fuck with a crazy person like that, I'm your guy. I'm the one that will wreck everything you ever had dreams for, everything you ever had, everything you have, and everything you're ever gonna have. I'll take every fucking bit of it, because I'll take your life away, and anybody that's near you at the moment, because I'm fucking totally suicidal. I live in a world of horrific motherfucking pain that never fucking ends for me. Never. And nobody's gonna make it in, and nobody's gonna help me ever. There's no cure. There's nothing nobody can do. I mean, there's drugs out there that could remove my pain, but I'm not gonna sit around not knowing who the fuck I am all day long either. So any day that I might die is a good day for me, because it's the day that the pain finally fucking ends, and all the suffering. It's been 22 years of this shit so far. I'm tired of it. Really tired of it.
The road is blocked. The only way to access the LZ is through the inner city. There are reasons why we plan to avoid the inner city in the first
But I
place.
do like being
So be
alive, and I do
prepared.
like hanging out with other people and shit like that, so I'm not looking for trouble or nothing. I'm not looking to try to blow up anything from anyone ever. I just want people to leave me the fuck alone. Because I'm not listening to no more shit ever again from anybody. There are the stupid people outnumber the smart, and I mean they outnumber them by a massive majority. There is no beating it. There's no educating all of them. They don't want to learn. They're stupid. They want to stay stupid. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept it and stay the fuck away from them. So that's what I do. I try to stay the fuck away from all of them.
Checkpoint reached. All expendables restored.
I don't socialize or nothing with anybody anymore. If I go in the store, there's no hellos, there's no thank yous, there's no eye contact, there's nothing anymore. It's all over with. Because I know that if you ain't the one, then the one behind you is the one that doesn't want this to be a democracy, that wants Vladimir Putin to run our country, that hates me and my beliefs, because I believe in what my founders
Take out the soldier with the rocket launcher to
believed
allow
in,
the
because I'm from a
VIPs to
different
pass.
generation. I'm older. And we was taught in school civics and government and all that shit. And we had a clear understanding of what our democracy was, what it meant, and what we sacrificed over the past 248 years. For the freedom and democracy that we have. To so quickly throw it away over a fucking loser. I don't know, you know, if they had been able to look through a time machine and see this year, I don't know that they would have rose up against the British if they'd have known that it was going to turn out to be worse than being ruled by the British. I'm not shooting that rocket. I'm really hurt and disappointed in my country. There's no words for it. You don't expect something like that. You don't expect the people in your country to just say, I don't care about my democracy anymore. It just blows your fucking mind. Because the dude, he told them. All I did was listen to him. You know, they can say, oh, fake news, no, fake news didn't do nothing. I watched his rallies, and I listened to him, and I said, this guy's fucking crazy. What is he talking about? He has no policies, no plans, no nothing. And the other guys that do have policies and plans, it's all Nazi shit and KKK shit. All these motherfuckers are all Nazis and shit that he hangs out with. They're all criminals. He's a criminal. And I watch police departments across the whole country stand up behind him and support him. While beating unarmed black men to death at the same time. So yeah, I'll never vote again.
An enemy tank is covering
I've given
the
up on this country,
Destroy it so that we can
completely,
pass.
and everybody in it. I'm sorry, but I don't trust
Our
any of
vehicle
you.
is under fire.
I don't want to know any of you. I don't want to know your beliefs. I don't want to know anything about you. I don't care about you. If I see something happening to you, I will not risk my time or health to help you. I'm sorry. Last week I would have. But from this week and for all the days in the future, no. I will never take a risk on another person ever again. You don't stab somebody in the back that deep and make them have to start looking for other places to have to fucking live from the place that they love the most in their whole life. It's just unimaginable to me. My wife got the applications for the passport. She's not fucking joking. She said she's not staying here waiting for all of her rights to be taken away. I can't blame her. She's a woman. How can I stop this country from turning my wife and my daughters into slaves? They just took all their health rights away. What's to stop them from turning them into actual fucking handmaiden-tail slaves where they're laying in hospitals just pumping out babies for them because they're white? See? My family is at threat because it's all girls. I can't protect them from the U.S. military if they come to take them and decide that they want to make them have babies for them for their Nazi cause. I can't protect them. We got to get the fuck out of here. I can't argue with her. She's absolutely right. They said everything they was going to do. It's all in Project 2025. Women's rights are completely going to be taken away, gone. And probably, well, there's not going to be another vote, so we can talk about voting rights and all that shit all we want to, but nobody's going to have any voting rights at all.
Well done, warrior. The diplomats are safe.
There's going to be issues and problems and things that happen and delay the election, stop the election. Then eventually we don't need an election because everything is great anyway. Why would we change things? Look how perfect it is. Ain't that right, everybody? Say no, and you're in prison for 8 years, or you're being thrown out a fucking window, or you're being poisoned at the next restaurant you eat at. Everything is good, or you die. Those are the rules. This is going to turn into